Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel, and if it's your first time, welcome. I hope everyone is okay. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying their week so far. The reading I'm going to be doing today is called The Sacred Cosmic Traveler, and that's going to be for the Divine Masculine, or any men who have tuned in to watch this reading today. Once again, you do not need to be on a spiritual soul life path or journey to watch this reading. Is for anyone. And if it's the first time you're watching or listening to this reading, I'll just tell you a little bit what this reading is all about. The Sacred Cosmic Traveler reading is about moving through different timelines or dimensions, because we all are spiritual beings having a human experience who have been incarnated into this lifetime. Okay, and whatever information that you have obtained, okay, it will help you, okay, to have a better understanding of the events, signs, and coincidences occurring, in your life today, because life is full of uncertainties, and you can then use that information to help you transform, heal, bring greater or attract more love, all right, as well as being aware of what's going on around you in your life, all right, as well as in the world, all right. So it's a very informative reading, okay, very interesting. There's lots of things that you can, information, knowledge, enlightenment that you can gain listening or watching this reading today, all right. Now, what I'm going to be asked, I'm going to be calling on your spiritual team, all right, just to see what energies, okay, that your spiritual team, I should say, okay, is picking up, all right. So that's why most likely I'm going to be selecting um three cards in some from some of the decks, okay, I'm going to be using today. And if you enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, or share, or just leave a comment. And also, please don't forget to check the description box after listening or watching this reading today. All right, so this reading is for the divine masculine, any men who have tuned in to watch this reading today, and I do appreciate your time, all right, taking the time out to watch or listen to this reading today. Okay, now before I use any decks, I just want to say a prayer to Archangel Michael. Okay, so I'm going to be selecting a prayer from this book. It's called Angel Prayers by Carl Gray. Okay. Archangel Michael, heavenly host, I am so grateful for your light and presence. I welcome your energy into my life at this time. I surrender and release all of the fears I no longer need. I release all resistance, worries, and concerns to heaven, knowing I am fully supported. Thank you, Michael, for cutting the cords that bind me to people, places, and situations. The road ahead is clear. I recognize that I deserve freedom and accept it from this moment forward. Only good lies before me, and I am protected by your light. I am safe, and so it is. And if you are interested in working with the angels, archangels, okay, and if you're interested in um, knowing more about Archangel Michael, all right, you can. This is a very good book I'd like to recommend, all right. Although there are many books on the market, okay, that you can get, all right, uh, covering the angels, archangels, their role, and etc. Okay, the Archangel Michael, okay, he works with Ariel to provide us with the strength to be assertive and feel safe. Michael also works with Azrael and Zadkiel um, to help transmute and remove fear from a space or home. Michael works with Shamiel to help us discern if our partner is being truthful. Michael also works with Zadkiel, all right, to help us overcome fears and phobias, all right. So this is a very good book, but as I said, that there are quite a few on the market, so it is up to you what is what is more suitable for you. If you're interested in working with angels, or just curious to know their role and so forth, all right. Now, what I want to do is just see what secret symbol the divine, your spiritual team would like you to work with. Okay, and it's all to do with energy. All right, Oracle and Tarot readings is all to do with energy. All right, so I'm going to be selecting one card from this deck by Marcella Kroll. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, ancestors, what sacred symbol would you like the divine masculine to work with? Okay. Okay, so we have here, I guess it's to do with, well, the picture here is a picture of a book, and on the card it says knowledge. It's on a number 34. Um, so let us see what that's about. And when you add the two numbers 3 and 4, it's to do with your higher purpose. All right. Okay, and 7 in numerology does represent knowledge, reflection, and assessment. So let's see. Here it goes on to say here, remain teachable. There is new wisdom available to you at this time. This card can signify getting more information before proceeding. It can also signify the presence of an important teacher, or perhaps you are the teacher, and it is time to share your knowledge and gifts with the world around you. Drawing this card can also indicate a message from your Akashic Records. Okay, the Akashic Records, all right, because I'm going to be using the Akashic Tarot deck later on, okay, during the reading, all right. And the Akashic Records, okay, is basically the book of life, all right. That's but it's just a spiritual name here called Akashic Records, but it's actually the book of life, okay. It goes on to say, seek out more information about the records, or even perhaps learn how to access your own records for more clarity regarding your query. Meditate on this to learn new things, or to draw the light, sorry, or to draw the right teachers into your life. All right. And the symbol, okay, on this card, it says records. All right. And it goes on to say here, um, books are forever keepers of secrets and knowledge, documenting fact, fiction, and all in between. All right. So yeah, so the Akashic Records, okay, is actually located in the Akashic Library, all right, and the Akashic Library is in the Akasha, place called the Akasha, all right. So, I mean, if you are interested in doing these things, all right, there are um, guided meditations on YouTube, as well as also meditative music as well, which you can listen to. But things like that, especially if you are new to spirituality, all right, or you're just curious, you could it's probably best to listen to a guided meditation, all right. Or you can get this deck. It's called the Akashic Tarot if you're interested in reading for yourself. I'm going to be using it now. Today's reading, okay, is a general collective reading, all right? So it's not a personal reading. So it's just all to do with what energies that your spiritual team is picking up around the collective, okay? Those who are listening and watching this reading today. So, but there is still useful information. Some of the information might be similar, some might be different, but there's also some things that we can connect with, okay? There's certain things that can happen or we could experience in our life, and then we just say, oh, maybe that's the reason why these things are happening. So it's still very useful to listen to, even though it's a collective reading. Okay. So all right, so I'm going to be using this one because my guide wanted me to use to select a card from this deck. It's called the Oracle of Portals. Okay, if you never heard of a portal, all right, before I'll just tell you, okay, basically that when we were incarnated into this world, because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, okay, we go through, I should say, go through portals all the time. Okay, so all right, so the day to night is a portal. Okay, sleeping and waking is a portal. Working and resting, okay, is a portal. All right, so it's portals are not just what they usually describe as 7 7, okay, 8 8 5 5 3 3. All right, but and when we sleep, we are, as I said, we also during the dream state we are going through different we are definitely going through portals. It might not be just one. All right, and with that, okay, we then can gain or we probably do, I should say, okay, gain information. All right, but some of it is that we it's buried within us. Okay, it's buried in the subconscious mind. All right, and as I said, that you can use meditations to help bring about, or you could do readings for yourself to be able to understand what the dream, like to be able to understand your dreams better and so forth. All right, and thanks to uh authors like Tess Whitehead, were able to create um, oracles, okay, or decks like this to help us, all right, to gain even gain the information that we need, all right, to help us as we go through life's journey. All right, so I'm going to be selecting one card from this deck, okay, and portals are seen as gateways, all right, so as well. So let's see what comes up for the divine masculine. Okay. Okay, so the card that popped out, it says enter. All right, enter. So I'm just going to read quickly on this card. Okay, it says here, come in, we're open. It is time now for you to step into something, a relationship, a career, a residential change, or another significant initiation point along your life spiraling path. You have likely been considering this already, as if you are on the outside looking in. Now it's time for you to cross the threshold of this portal so you can dive into this exciting, expansive new time. Even when the direction you're considering looks amazing, it's natural to hesitate before you embark upon a mysterious future. That's because you're leaving the familiar behind and transitioning into a world you don't know and can't completely imagine or predict. And as lovely as beginnings can be, every beginning is also but necessity and ending. We must constantly say goodbye to the past as we say hello to the future. In this appearance of time and separation, the future is unknowable and the past is irretrievable. We must acknowledge these bittersweet truths so we are not paralyzed by them. Because when we don't move forward with curiosity and boldness, life begins to feel stagnant and stale. Ask yourself, what realm am I being called to enter? In what direction am I being guided? Where does my heart of hearts want to go? Then check in with yourself about how to take action on these inner nudges. Contemplating a positive life change or fresh direction is an integral part of the process. But if you get stuck in the process for too long, your hopes and dreams will be on hold until you get unstuck. Notice any excuses you may have been hiding behind and become conscious of any fears that may have held you back. Bringing these into the light of awareness will help remove their power over you. You can take action to help bring about the changes you crave. Entering a new realm of experience is always a little scary, but it's exciting too. The important thing is not that you move forward perfectly, but simply that you move forward. So dive in. You can learn as you go. Let your courage lead you to take concrete steps to take your claim on your dreams. All right. So I think this is very important, especially if this advice, especially if you have just embarked on a spiritual journey or spiritual soul journey. Okay, it's almost like taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Okay, but again, like life journey itself. Okay, there's a lot of twists and turns. Ups and downs. Okay, but if you have faith, you trust the process, okay, and you tune in, listen to your intuition, it will guide you in the right direction because the intuition, okay, your intuition is like um, a spiritual compass, all right, that can help guide you through life's journey, all right. And the strange thing about is okay, with this what I've just read, when it mentioned time, when I looked when I was selecting the secret symbol that the energy that your spiritual team would like you to work with, on top of the deck you've got time here. All right, so I think time is at play. All right. To get more clarity, maybe you might need to drink more water because you've got water. That's the symbol at which was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right. All right. So the next deck I'm going to be using is called The Time Travelers and it's by Denise Lynn. Okay. So the time traveler, okay, will take you on a mystical adventure through space and time. Each journey will activate secret messages from the depths of your soul and from the universe, okay? So, right, let's see. I'm going to be selecting 3 cards, all right, from this deck. So basically, the spiritual team will be picking up 3 energies, okay? It could be yours, it could be someone else's, but I'm sure there's a lot of information that we could pick up that probably will be quite useful to you in some way, all right? And if you're lucky, it probably be yours, all right? So let's see, all right? So let's see. Um, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what's the first energy? What's the first energy? Okay. Okay, so for someone, okay, who's watching or listening to this reading, all right, it's picking up this card, all right, and it says that you probably lived in northern India. Okay, so number 28, and it says patience, all right. And of course, patience is a virtue, all right. It's one of the fruits of the spirit. So you might have lived in the past, because we all had past lives, okay, and we are, as I said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, of you all incarnated into this lifetime. So one of the places you could have lived is northern India. All right, so I'm just going to just ask a few questions here. If there's any blockages or anything that's preventing you from moving forward, um, what needs to be done to resolve or clear the challenge. Let's see. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what does the collective need to do in order to... Okay, so it could be something to do with manifesting abundance, all right? So and then we can gain ancient knowledge, okay, from a place called Babylon, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, okay, because if Babylon was known as a city of for business, okay, or I should say Babylonian people, okay, were very business minded, all right, people. So let me just read a bit more regarding this message. Okay, it says here, when you receive this card, know the fulfillment and prosperity are awakening in your life. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. The Creator desires that you prosper in all areas of your life. A windfall is coming. There are amazing opportunities around you, but you must be willing to nurture them. An outpouring of energy, finances, and even love are ahead. Believe that you deserve it, because you do. Whatever you focus on right now will grow in leaps and bounds. So take action in the direction of your dreams. Trust that your life is blossoming. Release feelings of fear, of lack, which are only perceptions. This is a great time to make investments, purchase property, or make plans for things that you desire. Choose quality over economy. In the end, you will not regret it. This is an excellent time to be generous. Give deeply and fully without fear of loss. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you give with an open heart, the more energy and life force flows back to you. All right, so this is the advice here. All right. So in order to be more or to attract more abundance into your life. So let me just see what's so there could be something so this is an advice. Okay, so maybe there are some things that's causing blockages in terms of creating or attracting abundance. So I'm just going to be asking another question. What and this is going to be like a to help you heal. All right, so I'm going to be asking spirit what advice or spiritual tool that can help you resolve this matter. Holy Spirit, holy angels, what spiritual tool or advice? Okay, so this advice is coming from the Silk Road, Inner Mongolia. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it goes on to say here, um, adventure entails risk, but it is the juice of life. Without it, your life can feel lackluster and even stagnant. You don't need to know how everything turns out. This is the time to take risk in your life. Something exciting is right around the corner. Have faith that there is a higher plan, even if you don't know what it is. Wonderful new experiences wait to fill your life. New frontiers appear as you enter a period of expansion. All limitations start dropping away. Get ready. All right. Instead of waiting for a new quest to unfold, you can begin to create your own adventures. They can even be small in the beginning. Try doing your usual tasks in a different way. Do something out of the ordinary. Talk to a stranger. Take a road trip without a plan or where you will end up. You may also receive this card if you're considering becoming a writer or poet, doing podcasts, or starting an online venture. This card is an excellent sign to move forward with your plan. All right, so again, there's a lot of advice here, okay? Taking the leap of faith, all right, to help us to overcome any challenges because obviously that might be one of the things that is causing a blockage, all right, not having faith in yourself, um, and not having faith in the universe to take that leap that you need to take in order, to go towards your goals, okay, in order for you to become more self-sufficient, more abundance in your life. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to be asking spirit one final question, okay, from this to see how the situation, okay, will be resolved if this resonates or any parts of this message resonates with you. um how can the situation be resolved, all right, if you follow the advice given from the previous cards. Okay, so it says here playfulness. All right, so I guess it's not taking life too seriously, okay, when you're working on your goals. But I'm just going to read quickly. And this message is coming from Woodstock, New York. So maybe in the past you might have lived in that area. Or this is where the spiritual guidance is coming from. Okay. All right. Let me just 21. Okay, so let's see here what it says here. This card calls for delight. When was the last time you let go and enjoyed yourself? Playfulness is absolutely necessary for your health and well being. It's as important as the food you eat and the thoughts that you think. There are times to take your responsibilities seriously and work hard, but this isn't one of them. If you are asked to take on more tasks, jobs, or responsibilities, graciously decline. It's okay to say no, really just say no to anything that doesn't feel right to you. Give yourself a break, have some fun, everything will work out if you do. Don't try pushing the river, it flows by itself. Take a vacation or two, play hooky, fly a kite, listen to joyous music, dance with abandon, be spontaneous. Lock the doors, turn off your phone, and put your feet up. Change your patterns and habits, eat with your fingers just for today. Don't be responsible. Go for a drive with no destination. Allow your inner child free reason. Sorry, free. Sorry, allow your inner child free reign. Giggle, be silly and playful. It will activate your life force to profound and mystical ways. So it's all about like while even though that you're taking that leap of faith to the unknown is to be not to take life too seriously, go with the flow. That's the message I'm getting here. To go with the flow with everything and trust in the process and have faith. Okay, that you'll be guided into the right direction. Okay, all right. So let's see what's should I mix the cards again? Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now ask spirit for the second energy, okay, that is picking up. What advice for the collective, okay? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Ooh. Okay, so the second energy spirit is picking up, okay, the advice and where you might have lived, or this information is coming from the Pleiades, Sirius, Pleiades, and Arcturus. Okay, so basically it's very much linked to the Galactic Federation. So you might be a star seed, all right. And it's to gain or to higher knowledge, all right, because it says a higher consciousness, all right. So maybe you in one of your past lives, you could have been like a sort of somebody who's quite religious or quite spiritual, okay. You might have done spiritual work in the past. Okay, so let's see. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what does the collective, what needs to be resolved or cleared? Okay, if they are facing any challenges at this time, what does the collective? Oops. All right, so this is coming up again. So we've got again, this card is coming up. So it says here, abundance here. All right. And you've got stability. So since I've covered things, so I'm just going to, they want me to select this one, then stability. Let me just give it another shuffle. 1 minute, please. Let me just give it another. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Let me just, Spirit wants me to shuffle the cards. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Okay. I've got trust. Okay, and this is from somewhere. This information is from the uh Polynesian voyages, the Pacific Ocean, and at the top it says trust. Okay, so I'm just going to where's the booklet? I'm just looking for the booklet. 41. Okay, so the message here, it says, this is not the time to stay in a safe harbor in your life. Trust that you are being guided. Unfold your sails and go forward. You are protected as you ride the currents of your soul. Trust that this is the perfect time to plan a journey or vacation or move in a different direction, either in your location or your job. If you have been thinking of a trip or move, this card is verifying that it is the right time. A voyage of epic nature is ahead. It might be an emotional, spiritual journey rather than a physical odyssey. However, this card is saying that there are no wrong turns as you move forward. Your soul will thank you. If you're afraid or uncertain, know that right now you are surrounded by spiritual guides and angels. You are safe even if your travels go in a different direction than you expected. Have faith that you will go exactly where you need to go. Trust that your journey is guided. All right. So let's see what healing message or advice, okay, that can help you if you somehow feel a bit scared or are not currently trusting the process at the present moment. Okay, so this um guidance all right now is coming from Atlantis. Maybe you lived there, all right, because we have the Pacific Ocean. This is for the second energy that your spiritual team is picking up. It could be yours, all right. um so you got this is now guidance from a place called Atlantis, and it says transcending. All right, so let's see what that's about. So that's 39. Okay, it says here, when you pull this card, it's time to rise above the mundane circumstances of your life through the focused power of your mind. It is possible to let go of ordinary concerns and enter a more refined perspective. Transcending a negative or unhelpful situation is a kind of transformation of self. With focused discipline, all things are possible. Positive changes are ahead. All structures, beliefs, and ideas are dropping away as you transcend into an altered reality of life. Trust your psychic senses and your intuition. If you have ever been drawn to crystals or sound vibration healing, this is a good time to pursue those disciplines. Sorry. As you hold a crystal or focus on a tone with a clear intent in your mind, challenges release and clarity blossoms. This can help you manifest your dreams and desires. It's so powerful that it can feel like magic. All right. Um. So yeah. So here it's spirit is encouraging you. All right, to use crystals as a form of healing to get clarity. And later on, I'll mention a few that you can use. But please check out my other readings because I do other healing readings, which you can then gain information on what crystals do what if you're interested in that. All right. Um, okay. Let me just ask one more question there. How you can how will the situation be resolved if you follow the advice given so far? So let's see. Okay, we've got hair. Okay, so we've got hair protection, protection. All right. So, this message is coming from the Cave of the Hands, somewhere in Argentina. So you might have lived there before. Okay, in one of your past lives. It could be just confirmation that you are protected. All right. So let's see. Okay. Okay. It goes on to say for long periods of history, people have chosen to live in caves for the protection they offer. This card can arise in a reading for many reasons. This may be a reminder that you are indeed safe. You can trust in the protection of the angels, ancestors, and spirit guides that are all around you, supporting you. Additionally, this can be the card of a leader, meaning that you are a safe space for others. This can also be a sign that you need to take steps to protect yourself, your assets, your possessions, or your loved ones. Guard your energy. Consider using protective talismans or shielding if you feel that there are places, situations, or people that drain you. Take immediate steps to remove yourself from those experiences. Okay, now it's not all the things that we can avoid. All right, so you can use, as I said, Chris, as suggested earlier, you can use crystals. Okay, like tourmaline, um, black obsidian, tiger eye. These are very protective crystals that you can use. You can carry them with you um, if you feel that you need that extra protection. All right. Although the most popular uh, ritual you can say is prayer, really. All right, to help protect. You can call on the ancestors, your spiritual guides, the Most High, your higher power, to help protect you. Archangel Michael, all right, is you can call on his energy. You can call on him to surround you, to cover you with his uh blue uh blue light of protection. All right, so um, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be just selecting one more card from this time travelers deck to see the third energy. Okay, your spiritual team is picking up. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what's the third energy or collective energy that is being picked up right now? What is the third? Okay, so the third one is it says there is on number 19, happiness. The place is called Shambhala, the Himalayas. Okay, so this is the third energy. So maybe you might have lived there in your past life. Okay. Or that's where um the spiritual guidance is coming from. Okay, and it's to do with happiness. It goes on to say here, this is the time to do what gives you joy. Be still, be open, be happy. The sweet nectar of life is awaiting you. You don't need to suffer to grow. It is not more noble to put the happiness of others ahead of your own. True joy comes from listening to the whispers of your soul and taking action. Today, take steps to expand your happiness. Maybe you can't get it all done today, but you need to start somewhere. So why not now? If you wait for circumstances to be different, you may never begin. Do not put off happiness. Support is all around you if you just open your heart to receive it. If you've been waiting for your happy ending, know that it's time to stop being a seeker and become a finder. Okay, so I think it's just giving you that push. So maybe this is one of the things that maybe you've been putting people a lot of people before your own happiness, and it's just saying that you should always put yourself first, okay, in every situation, um and do what is best for you. All right. So this is some words of encouragement here. So maybe that's probably one of the things that might be blocking you, okay, from being happy, is because you tend to put everybody else before you, all right, before your interest, okay, before your you know your own happiness. Okay, so let's see what healing uh message is coming out, or to help you besides what's come up. A lot wanted to come up. Okay, okay, so we've got strength here, and this is by Joan of Arc. All right, I think she was some form of military person, okay, back in the days in France. All right, um so this message, so maybe in your past life you probably lived in France, okay, but this is where this guidance is coming from. All right, so let's see. Okay, so the message here says, we tend to think of strength as an outer display of power. However, true strength is silent and deep. It comes when you're willing to stand your ground and speak your truth, even if others disagree with you. If you draw this card at a time when those around you are unsupportive, the message is to hold your ground, step up, speak up. Your strength will give birth to more strengths. This card can also suggest that those around you need your strength to support them. Don't be afraid to share with others in need. There is a wellspring of power within you. Angels are beside you, supporting and loving you. This may also be a sign that you need to move into a quiet strength rather than loudly demand your rights. Be still and quietly hold fast. Consider building up your physical strength. All right, so maybe that's what you may need. Okay, if this message resonates with you, all right, maybe you need to step up, speak up, all right, speak your truth, um, to anyone that is like causing blockages, um, blocking your happiness, you know, in order for you to move on in life. All right. So let's see. I'm just going to ask one more question. If you were to heed that advice, okay, um, how the situation, I mean, it's okay. So let's see here. We've got. They wanted me to take this one. Okay, it's we've got boundaries there. So it could be that you may need to create healthier boundaries with certain people. All right. And this message, or you might have once lived near the Great Wall of China. Okay. Okay, so it goes on to say having personal boundaries can give you a sense of control over the physical space around you, your body, and your feelings. It means that you establish what feels best for your own destiny and clearly express this to others. Kindly get, kindly yet firmly. It's not only important to maintain boundaries with others, but also in regard to personal decisions about your actions and behaviors in life. This card suggests that it is time to examine your boundaries in life to make certain that they are neither too rigid nor too slack. It's also important to communicate openly with others what your boundaries are so they don't need to make assumptions or second guess them. Walk your talk and speak your truth with kindness. Others will appreciate you for this and your soul will thank you. All right. So I guess there's a lot of things here. Okay. In order for you to be more happy in your life, you probably need to have the strength to speak up, speak your truth, and to create healthy boundaries. All right. Very interesting. Okay. So let me just clear the table. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be using the Akashic Tarot. Okay. I'm just going to put back the previous cards, all right? Because yeah, the first one was energy that was being picked up. Okay, for the I'm going to be putting that back on the table. Then we got the second one was to do with higher consciousness. So the first was patience, the second was to do with higher consciousness, and the third was to do with happiness. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Akashic Tarot and just see what um is coming out there, okay, for the collective. So I'm going to be just um asking spirit any advice in regards to um whoever this first message resonates with, all right, for the first collective. So let's see. So all the decks I'm going to be using for this reading today, I'll put their names in the description box if you're interested in reading for yourself or for others. All right, so for the first energy, the advice here you got reflection, reflection. Okay, so in fact, it makes it easy. But okay, let's see. I think I need room, so let me just deal with the first energy first. Okay. All right, so let's see what comes out. What messages in regards to reflection here. Okay, so the message here, it says, now a lot of what I'm going to read is it's you need to sort of like just focus on the picture, all right, because it says here a full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake's surface along with the moonlight from above. All right. Okay, so it goes on to say this card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. Most important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. You recognize the differences between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear based. Let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological and spiritual arts. If you have such an interest, your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you'll be guided to greatness. Okay, and something that you can do, it's saying, it says here, close your eyes and feel yourself filled, feel yourself filled with an emotional peace as calm as a still lake. You are now in a state of intuitive reflection. Open yourself to a word or image from spirit and trust the first thing you get. Let yourself receive. So, this is just an exercise you can do to help you. All right. So, let's see what comes out for the second one that came out. Okay, so I'm just going to see what comes out for the second card that came out from the time traveler, or the energy of the. Oops, let's see what comes out. Okay, all right. So I've got here. So if you resonate with the second message, when it talks about higher consciousness, so we've got here will, wisdom, and mind. Okay. So again, if you just I would advise you to just look at the picture, because I'm going to be just giving a brief, just talking about the description of the picture here on this card. It says that a gold crown of power and authority rests from a Celtic trinity knot. On either side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water. Below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally: power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. So I think this is an advice, okay, from the Akashic Records, all right? um, in order to be able to operate, okay, on that higher, that, or to obtain that higher consciousness, is to do to take this advice where where it's saying that um the divine, your higher power, the ascended masters is working with you to give you that power that you need to be able to connect to your higher consciousness, or your divine, or to operate in divine consciousness. Again, it just depends on where you are, the timeline. If you want the spiritual life path or journey, or if you're curious to know what you can do, okay. So these are just advice, okay, that is given if for some, if these messages resonate with you in some way, all right. So I'm just going to just ask your spiritual team. Let me see if I can squeeze this one here. All right. Okay, so on the last one that came up from the Time Traveler's Oracle was to do with happiness. So let's see what comes out from the Akashic Tarot deck. Just give it a bit of a shuffle. Angels. Let me just shuffle. Ooh. Yeah, okay, it says Queen of Keys. So, all right. Now we all, even though it says Queen of Keys, we all embody masculine or feminine energies. Okay, so this is probably an energy that you're embodying. So let me just read quickly on this. Keys. So let's see. Wait. Okay, so again it says the queen dressed in a gown of richest colors and textures stand atop the tower of her great castle, happily looking over the rich, verdant hills of her domain. In the far distance, her husband returns from his travels. This card represents a woman of authority. She is sensible, helpful, and thoughtful. She's confident in her authority, but always happy to celebrate the success of others. She could be a love interest for you or someone in your life. Okay, so maybe because I don't have this here on top of the deck. It says here King of Keys. So maybe you might be meeting your counterpart soon, or if you want a twin flame soulmate journey. All right, but you could be somebody who embodies this, all right, as well. You could be embodying the feminine energy or power, which is all to do with nurturing, somebody who is quite creative, someone who is very giving. All right, so let's see what else. Um, Besides referring to a positive woman of business, this card can represent you or another who is about to climb the ladder of success. Positions in banking, investment, real estate, and management may be coming. Self employment is, or I should say, self employment in any industry could also be at hand, as well as greater financial independence, increased authority, or creative autonomy at work. All right. Oh, sorry. Before I just go on to the let's see what else, because I didn't. Let me just see if there was an Akashic force here for the second one where it talks about will, wisdom, and mind. Yeah, there is actually. So let me just read it. Okay, sorry about this. So let me just read the Akashic force for the second one before I read the one for the Queen of Keys. So for will, wisdom, and mind, the Akashic force here is the power, heart, and mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel these divine forces. Your energy grows, your heart overflows with love, and your mind is as boundless as the sky. Feel yourself expand to limitlessness. Okay, and now I'm going to read Hmm, there's something here. Before I read the Akashic Force for the last card, the Queen of Keys, there's something here. It says, special note. Take note when the Queen and King of Keys appear in the same spread. If the King and Queen are facing each other, even if they're across the table, it indicates a deeply profound relationship in love or business that is of great value. Hmm. So that's quite interesting because the as I said, the king of keys was on top of the deck. So maybe um in the near future or distant future, depends. Everything is all to do with divine timing that you will meet your counterpart. So you're probably the might be embodying the king of keys, all right, energy, and then you maybe later on meet your match, the queen of keys. Okay, all right, so let me just read this quickly. So the Akashic force here, It says, feel the Queen of Keys beside you, sense the support she has for you. She is ready to give you a key for your own life. This key may be a feeling, a word or idea or symbol that informs you in some way. Take this key now and sense what it means and how it feels. All right, so this is the energy. So if you again interested in knowing more about what is personally recorded in your Akashic Records, because we go into the Akashic Records all the time. It basically is the book of life. Whatever we do is all recorded in the book of life or the Akashic Records. All right. Okay, so let's see what additional messages. So I'm going to be using this one, the Sacred Traveler, and see what additional messages. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see advice for the collective. Okay, so we've got gates of triumph, success expands in your life. Okay. So let's see what this is. Gates of triumph. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the okay, so the meaning, it says the gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. In an outer success is coming your way. Thriving a state of mind, accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. Okay, so let's see what second message is coming out. What additional messages do you have for the collective? Okay, so it says a breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. So that's for some of you, okay? Okay, so the card meaning here, it says you're at the beginning of a breakthrough. Everything you've been doing for the past few years has been a preparation for what's ahead. There are instances when the path isn't clear ahead, and in those moments, sometimes you need to break trail. In your life, it may seem that the push disappears. However, the only way to reach your destination is to push through. Keep going, do things in a new way. Imagine a woman giving birth is hard, but through her great effort, a baby comes into being. Something new and exciting is coming into your life. That's interesting to know. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I have one more message from this deck? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Okay, it says it says be, begin now, take your first step. Okay, it goes on to say every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new and exciting one. Set your sails for a new horizon. Okay, so these messages are for some of you, maybe those of you who are embarking um, on a spiritual journey. Okay, because on the top of this deck it does say clear, it says rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Okay, and this is from the Sacred Travelers deck, and again this is by Denise Lynn, and at the bottom of the deck it says first light, beginning a new cycle. All right, so okay, let's see what other additional messages. I'm going to be using the Quantron Oracle and see what comes out. So let's see what's what I want to do is ask for the first energy that came out, what advice Spirit has. Holy Spirit, Holy, what advice can you give for the first all right, so we have a optimism. Okay, so that was the one in regards to patience. All right, all right, if that message if you resonate with that first message, all right, to do with patience, so we've got optimism. Let's go for the second one. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what advice can you give in regards to higher consciousness here? Okay, we've got here honoring the path. All right, and for the third in regards to happiness, okay, we've got courage. All right, so let's see. Where's the deck? All right, so for the first one, if you resonate with patience, all right, I'm just going to put it up and see and read the meaning. It says one consciousness, and at the bottom it says optimism. Okay, so let me just 35. Okay, so it says, it goes on to say bright future. All right, and let's see. Okay, a woman looks joyously at the sunrise over a beautiful valley. Abundant fruit hangs on the trees that surround her. This is a card of great value and achievement. Your reality is shifting in a much more positive direction. Look for an exciting new development in money, romance, or your career. All right. This card could also manifest as a personal accomplishment or creative success. All blocks are falling away and you are choosing to see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's an increased optimism taking hold in your attitude, and you finally determined to raise your consciousness to a more positive outlook. This reveals a much more beneficial mindset that you may have had in the past. Your attitude of optimism ensures that a very bright future, perhaps one you may not have been expecting, is on its way. All right. And the affirmation to the first message, it says, I choose optimism and joy throughout each day. I look to the future with hope and excitement. So let me just put the second message in. So this one, well, the second one is to do with higher consciousness, all right? It says intention, the honoring path. Intentions 101. Okay, it goes on to say respect and high regard. A woman stands on stage before her, an audience applauds her shining presence. On a purely practical level, this card indicates that you will soon be receiving positive recognition for something you've done or something you're about to do. On a deeper, more personal level, this card reveals a shift in others' attitudes as well as your own toward you. You are starting to see the best in yourself, and as your self regard increases, others will see the best in you also. If someone treats you with disrespect, you now have the power to demand civility. In fact, the energy of self honor is the only way to get the response from the universe you long for. So choose an increasing intention of self respect in your thoughts and your behaviors. Such a powerful daily approach projects incredibly dignity and authentic power, two irresistible vibrations in the universe. So take a bow. When you acknowledge yourself, the world acknowledges you back. Okay, and the affirmation to the second message or or the second card, it says, I choose to prioritize myself. I am a truly valuable person deserving of my own self-care. All right. And I'm just going to read on the third card. It says courage, and this is very much connected to the last card from the time travelers one. If you connect to that message regarding happiness, it says the energy, courage. So let's see what it's about. Goes on to say, taking a risk. A man in armor holds a sword at his side, ready to enter a dark forest. This is a time of great personal strength for you, whether you realize it or not. You're ready to take a risk and attempt a new adventure. If you've been thinking about taking a chance on something, now is the time to face it. Perhaps there's a challenge you'd like to meet or something you'd be longing to express. It may be time to go public about an interest you've been pursuing. Even if you feel hesitant at first, this card is telling you that the time is right. You're moving into an energetic cycle where you feel your strength more deeply. There is a core of power coming from your own internal soul, and you can feel the boundless courage that always lies ready within your heart center. Breathe deeply and take the next step. Know that you can trust this core of inner strength to guide you in this exciting time. And the affirmation for this, you could say, I have the courage and strength to navigate any situation. I affirm my power. and I trust my own resourcefulness. Okay, and that again will lead you to success, happiness. Okay, all right, let's see what else. So let's see what other messages, okay, that's coming out for the collective. My spiritual team, they wanted me um to use this deck, okay, because our dreams tell us a lot, okay, even though we don't understand it, but they can you know, be trying to, it could be to warn us, to give us clarity regarding the situation. All right, so let's see what's coming out. Okay, so we've got hair, and this is, so if you are dreaming or about planes, okay, it says spread your wings and fly. All right, so let's see what that's about. Okay, so it goes on to say your dreams are taking flight and you're awakening. The ability to see life from a higher view. The objective perspective makes everything crystal clear. Even challenging circumstances, when seen from a bird's eye view, become simple. As you rise above the ego, you can truly choose to be in the world but not of it. You are now being presented with an opportunity to soar above the clouds and beyond. Okay, and the message you can say for this one is a mantra. You can say, I am supported as I fly to the heights of my fullest potential. Okay. Let's see what's the other one. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what additional message? Okay, we've got here. It says here, baby, reconnect with your innocence. So I think this one is talking about connecting uh, to our inner child. Okay, because we did have a message here regarding about playfulness. So let's see. So if babies appear in your dream, or you're dreaming about babies, okay, maybe you have a baby. I don't know. But let's see here what it means. It says, born from beginner's mind are all things fresh and new, and you now have an opportunity to release your baggage and start with a clean slate. The birthing process is breathing in different relationships, new endeavors, fresh perspectives, and unconditional, wide open heart. Feel your spiritual umbilical cord connecting you the higher self as it cradles and feeds the guidance you need to take each turn, each breath, and each baby step along your dream journey. Babies have an an innate sense that not only is the world a friendly place, but that it revolves around them. Relax and receive. You don't have all the answers, okay? And again, so it's all about new um the mantra, okay, for this card. It says here, you could say and believe it: with complete trust, I allow the universe to midwife me into this new chapter of my life. Okay, this is the mantra for the second card. Spirit wanted me to. All right, I'll say that. Let me just. What I'm gonna do. Let me, and then I'll just give a deeper meaning for these cards. All right. So, because I don't want to be going back and forth here. All right. So, and see, that was the last message. Angels. What's the last message? Do you have for the collective? Okay, so we've got, it says shopping. So if you are dreaming about shopping, it says pay attention to what energizes you. Okay, that's for some of you. Jesus. So let's see what comes up. It goes on to say here, you have an abundance of resources at your disposal. The question is, which cash will you choose? Take a breath and unplug from all that blings. Consumer consciousness you've bought into based on trends and the marketplace. Where in your life are you looking for an external fix to an internal challenge? How might you be using retail therapy to ease your pain or to give you a false sense of security? From a place of platinum level honesty, return that which no longer suits you and buy into only the belief systems that fit you and your soul to a T. All right. And the mantra here, it says here, you could say, I believe it. If you always dream about shopping, okay, that comes up in your dreams. It says, from a place of wholeness and fullness, I spend my resources, time, and energy on relationships, creative ventures, and ideologies that give me a return on my investment. All right. So basically, is spending your money where that you need to, where it's necessary. Okay, that's what it means. Doesn't mean that if you're shopping for yourself or you need something that you cannot, but it's also is investing into the right thing, spending on the right thing. All right. um okay, so I'm just going to go quickly back. All right, so for because spirit wanted me to mention this. So the meaning for additional meanings to airplane, it means liberation. All right, the second one for baby, um it's the meaning, additional meanings to this one. The second card, it is new opportunity. All right, and the third one where it says shopping, it's to do with discernment. All right, that's what it means. Okay, so to close this off, I'm going to be using this deck. It's called Guardian Angels because we all have guardian angels around us, to see what guardian angels that we can work with if we need their energy. So let's see. Okay, so first of all, we've got angel of communication, the guardian angel of communication. So we can call on their energy to help us to communicate and express ourselves more effectively. Okay. Let's see what second. Okay. The second one is the guardian angel of health, to make us create healthy boundaries, to help us make healthy choices, which very much is connected to love, self-care. All right. to make us feel more to feel and think more positively about ourselves. So we can call on the guardian angel of health. Okay. Space here. Right. We've got the guardian angel of power as well. We can call on the guardian angel of power to help us to gain that inner strength, um, courage, in order to help us to make those, to exercise good judgment and make the right decisions and choices for our life. All right, and they also wanted me to select this one, and the guardian of adventure, to enable us um to step out of our comfort zone, um, to have faith, taking that leap of faith to go in the unknown, and also to help us to feel more grounded, okay, to find that feminine energy that's inside of, that's buried inside of, okay, to in order for us to be more creative, or or in other words, to connect to the feminine power, and also to help us to connect with our inner child. So you can call on the guardian angel of adventure. Okay. And once again, if you are interested in working with crystals, okay, I've put the name of some crystals that you can use. They're like, they call it like traveler crystals. Okay, traveler crystals. Um, all right, you can carry them with you, and if you are interested in doing things like astral traveling, dream, if you want to try and remember your dreams, if you do or have lucid dreams as well, I've put the names in the description box. But again, I do other healing readings, all right, on my channel. So please, when you have time, check them out. Okay, if you need like to do any form of inner child healing, inner soul healing work, or as well as shadow work, I do that. And if you are interested in past life work, I also do that as well. All right, and as well as other enlightenment videos I've posted out on my channel. All right. And again, this was for the divine masculine, masculine, any men who have taken the time. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching and listening to this reading. And if you did enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.